listening to the Bible 126 show.
Please support this podcast. You can go to support.bible126.com, or you could go to anchor.fm/Bible126/support and support this podcast. Thank you. Hey everyone, I have a new promo here. If you've heard of crypto or want to get involved in crypto, there is a new crypto that you might not have heard about. It's called a Helium Network. Now you can go to helium.global90.com, reserve your hotspot for the earn helium tokens, and join the affiliate program. It's free to join. Join the network, own the network. Thank you.
Barisma oil stock. Look up burisma.org. One of the directors is Joseph Cofer Black, counterterrorism task force with CIA. I was reporting to Robert Ratcliffe with DNI. He's out now. But Cofer Black and Jeff Moss and Jake Braun also at DEF CON hacking conventions in China and in Russia. They are the ones that created the collusion. Whole truth, nothing but truth, so help God. They were the ones that Obama and Biden hired years ago when Obama first got in. And what they did is they gave them full clearance pass to all our American cybersecurity.
You need to defend your civilization against the onslaught of this cancer of progressivism, liberalism, and globalist brainwashing. This is a life or death situation. No messing around. The prescription is 2 doses of InfoWars taken daily.
You're tuned in to the American Journal with your host, Harrison Smith. Watch it live right now at band.video.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to American Journal, taking your phone calls, and boy, do we have a lot. Last caller brought up the Alec Baldwin shooting, the murder Alec Baldwin committed against a Ukrainian woman, and how interesting it is that so many connections to the Clintons and the Democratic Party. Now, I don't think there's evidence of conspiracy necessarily. I think it's evidence of the extreme nepotism that, weaves a tangled web between politics, lawyer guilds and the media and Hollywood and all that. They're literally all related to each other. They're literally all give each other jobs and work together, and they're all married to one another. I've said it a million times, folks. Here's an example. Who is Anthony Fauci married to? Anybody know? Can the crew figure that out? Figure out who Anthony Fauci's significant other is. If you want to find out who controls this world and why things are going a certain way, all you do is you find a famous person, you find somebody who's involved in this stuff for sure, and you just search their name, you find out who they're married to, and you find out who their kids are, and you find out who their parents were, you find out who their brothers and sisters are. Suddenly everything becomes much more clear. It can be confusing when, all these things seem so disjointed and unconnected, but when you find out who these people are involved with, it actually becomes more clear. Has the crew found it? Does the crew know who Fauci's married to? Do any of our callers know who Fauci's married to? Anybody done this basic research? It's not that hard. Let's go to Frank in Montana. He's a retired DEA agent, I understand. Frank, is that right? Frank in Montana.
God bless you. Let me get right to it. I'm going to please log this statement. This is a sworn statement. I'm going to say it like I'm under oath. I tell the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. Number one, Joseph Cofer, Cofer Black. Who's that? Retired CIA, was working in the Bush administration and telling the Bush administration that they should act, but they didn't. And because of that, he felt like 9/11 could have been prevented. Submitting evidence, Black Hat, 2011, Jeff Moss. Joseph Cofer Black is partners with Jeff Moss, who co-founded DEF CON and Black Hat. The cyber criminals have hacked our country. I'm requesting that Biden be put up in a hearing in Congress for him hiring Jake Braun, Braun, top computer scientist and hacker in the United States, co-founder of DEF CON and Black Hat, were under attack by cyber criminals, and they hacked the presidential election. What they did was, I talked to the hackers. This whole truth, nothing but truth. Help me God. FBI, NSA, come get me. Let's do it. what they do is they train these hackers, and they set up the voting system. At the end of the night, they offload the data, and then they delete everything, put it on the truck. We're under attack. Now, Joe Biden and the Clintons, all of them have invested money in Ukrainian oil and gas stock. Mm-hmm. And Biden shut off the oil flow, the American oil flow. So now they're going to start selling Ukrainian oil over to America. Now, the Ukrainian girl that was killed, her husband and them had dirt on Baldwin, because Baldwin, the Clintons, all the dirty rats, Pelosi, Wyman, they all have oil stock. They own stock in Barisma. Look it up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Burisma oil stock. Look up burisma.org. One of the directors is Joseph Cofer Black, Counterterrorism Task Force with CIA. I was reporting to Robert Radcliffe with DNI. He's out now. But Cofer Black and Jeff Moss and Jake Braun also at DEF CON hacking conventions in China and in Russia. They are the ones that created the collusion. Whole truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. They were the ones that Obama and Biden hired years ago when Obama first got in. And what they did is they gave them full clearance pass to all our American cybersecurity systems, and they've compromised our national security. Jeff Moss, Globsec, GLOBSEC, globsec.org, Austrian friend of mine. He works at Polos 1, Polos 2, zoom in on it. You'll see the little aircraft place there. Globsec, put in globsec.org, Jeff Moss. Jeff Moss, when I say this, I tell you, I trade my life in prison for this fact. Jeff Moss is Bill Gates' son. Bill Gates has a son. And Jeff Moss is the one who started DEF CON, and they've been hacking the presidential elections and all the elections in the United States. And it's 100%. So I want a hearing. Ask Joe Biden, did you hire Jake Braun? Did you hire Jeff Moss? Do you have money in the Ukraine and the Burisma oil stock? We need to get Putin to surround the Ukrainian Burisma corporation and pull all the files and freeze the money. That's what's going on. Joe Biden is and all the rat Democrats started DEF CON. And Pelosi had a $10 million Gallows DARPA computer at her house watching the whole thing. This is 100%. And they're probably going to get me, but we're letting it out. There we go. And what we want is Joe Biden in federal prison for the rest of his life for hiring hackers to hack the presidential election and also compromising the national security of the United States of America, because Jeff Moss and Joseph Cofer Black and Jake Braun had DEF CON conventions, and they taught China how to hack in the voting system. Let me submit some evidence. Go to YouTube. It's amazing. It's still there. He confessed. He put this in EX-WH liaison kids hack voting machines. He taught children how to hack into voting systems. That's a felony. Arrest him right now, Jake Braun. And juice him up. The CIA, they got juice to get him to talk. Jake Braun was hired by Joe Biden to hack the presidential election. The hackers are all over it right now. So the national security was compromised because the China and Russia got everything from Jeff Moss. Arrest Jeff Moss. Arrest Joseph Cofer Black. Arrest Jake Braun. Put him on trial and lock up Joe Biden, the top witness in the planet. Find him. FBI, CIA, and DNI. Get him. Waldip, WALDEEPSINGH. Waldip Singh, 20 years salesperson for Dominion Voting Systems. He will testify that Brad Raffensperger got a kickback from the $100 million Georgia system. He will testify. He's already said it. And he's the one that sold the systems, all the Dominion systems to the United States of America since 2016. And he says that the precincts are hackers, and they send up false information to the main server, and then they delete everything on the precinct level. And America is under attack. And Bill Gates and Bill Gates' son have been driving and manipulating DEF CON and Black Hat ever since 1999. We watched it for 11 years. I got cancer. I don't give a rat's about. This is true. We want everybody on it. God bless you.
Wow, that was a lot of information. I mean, I'm just taking notes here, Frank. Joseph Kofor Black. Go ahead.
Play it back and play it back and deep research it. I sued a CIA agent. You get a reporter to send his phone number to a secured proton called intel77@protonmail.com. And we're doing a sworn testimony now. I sued a CIA agent, and everything I'm telling you is 100% true. I'm not afraid. I've already talked to the FBI, but the low-level FBI that answer the phone are punks. They're working for Biden, and they can your statements. But DNI is going to light it up again. But this is what happened. Is absolutely look up Joseph Kofor Black. Now look at that video I told you. I was there in 2011. Still on there. An admiral put it up on YouTube. This is a testimony. There's been testimony under oath of people who say they can hack any election system in the world. That came out in like 2008 or something. There's that, yeah. Yes, I'm talking about the direct relationship with Joseph Kofor. I've been following this 11 years. I go to DEF CON every year. 2000. Just put this in. Black Hat -2011 Jeff Moss.
Black Hat 2011. Wow, that was a lot. That's a lot of information, Frank. We're running out of time here. We got 20 seconds left. Final word.
We want Joe Biden congressional hearing. Investigate Joseph Kofor Black. Joe Biden hired Jake Braun and hackers. We are under attack by hackers.
Absolutely.
So here's a solution. Here's no delete of any voting machines. No officer setting